Perfect. So my name is Alana Gomez, and I'm here on March 1st at 1:25 p.m. with Miss Katherine Osman.
Osman, yes.
Okay, perfect. And we are doing an interview for the oral history the Samuel Proctor oral history program, specifically the Oak Hammock collection. So if you don't mind just introducing yourself, Miss Osman, and saying what you do for Oak Hammock, that would be great.
Sure. My name is Katherine Osman. I'm the Director of Community Services at Oak Hammock at the University of Florida.
Okay, great. And could you tell me a little bit about your role there, what you do?
Community Services is kind of involved in all the aspects of the independent resident's life. We have education and training in pretty much the Institute for Learning and Retirement. It does all that. We have the activities, events, transportation, front lobby staff. We're kind of everywhere in terms of independent life.
Great. And if you don't mind, for people who maybe don't know the differences between an independent living center and a regular retirement home, what would you say that is?
This Oak Hammock is a continuing care retirement community. So that means you move in before you actually need to have any services, and we provide all the way services, starting at independent living, moving into assisted living, skilled nursing, and memory support. So we're your whole lifestyle.
And is there a certain age that residents have to be before they enter?
I think it's 55 and up, but we've had people, I don't think 55-year-olds have moved here, but we've had people that are pretty young. In fact, we encourage people to come in younger because there are so many things that they can take advantage of here.
Yeah, and could you describe some of those things that they can take advantage of?
Well, we kind of started this. My former boss, Sarah Lynn McCrae, and I didn't really know what we weren't supposed to do with old people, totally quote fingering that. So if they wanted to do it, we would figure out a way to do it. We've been tubing down the Itchnatucknee with them. We take them. There's a lot of music, a lot of arts here, a lot of education. They really believe strongly in lifelong learning. So we've done some stuff with them that you wouldn't traditionally think a retirement home would get involved in, but we totally do. So,
and is that typical for retirement homes, would you say, doing that many activities?
I think we're unique in a lot of ways. I always liken us to lightning in a bottle. I mean, we didn't know what we didn't know. So if they wanted to do something, like I said, we would do it. And I think we've played bingo maybe twice here, and it was a fundraiser with the university. So we really look for things that are a little outside the box. And if they want to do it, we'll try to figure out a way to do it. Like we have an Irish band coming in this weekend. We're going to drink green beer. We just did a chili cook-off for the Alzheimer's Association. And for one lunch with staff and residents, we raised over $1,500. So wow. It's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. The things we do, if they can think it or if we can think it, we do it.
Mm-hmm. Great. Yeah, that's wonderful. And how long have you been in this position?
I've been in this position. I don't remember. Isn't that horrible? Since Sarah retired, and it's been at least 5 years, probably more. It feels like forever. But I started out as a receptionist here, and that was supposed to be a temporary job. I was just moving to Gainesville, and I hadn't worked for a number of years. So they advertised for a receptionist, and I have an MBA, and I thought, I can do this. And I thought it would be no problem getting a job in a college town with a master's, but apparently everybody's got a PhD here. So it was a problem, especially with being home with kids for 10 years. But, it worked. Then I was the event coordinator for a long time, and now I'm the director.
And so have you been here since Okamic beginning then?
Yes. Before, I worked in the marketing office when they were on 34th Street, before this building was even completed.
Mm-hmm. And could you talk about what the beginning of Okamic was like for those who don't know anything about Okamic?
At first, we tried to really create a virtual community, which, in 2003, that wasn't the catchphrase it is now. We tried to create a community before we had a building to gather around, because they had been trying to get this off the ground for a number of years before I even came on. So it was really important. We started the ILR first. It was really important to have the pieces of a community in place before we had the building of a community. So we had a lot of meetings at our tiny little office. We started the ILR there, which is the Institute for Learning in Retirement. We had that farmed out all over Gainesville. I can't speak. All over Gainesville. We had different locations, a lot of churches, a lot of things like that. So when the building opened, it was great to bring everybody together who we'd all been meeting virtually.
Mm-hmm. So you were meeting virtually before the pandemic ever started?
Yes. Oh, yes. We just took it to a new level. I was so impressed with the way the Institute for Learning Retirement pivoted mid-semester. They went from full attendance live to fully Zoom without really missing a beat. We've learned a lot. The pandemic has taught us a lot, and it's helped us really open up our programming to people who might not be able to get to Oak Hammock. They can still join virtually. I mean, it certainly does not take the place of meetings and one-on-one, but it adds something. And I'm sure we're going to continue having the virtual part of it even long after the pandemic is please be over.
Yeah. And could you talk a little bit about is it Institute for Learning in Retirement?
Mm-hmm. Yes, they are a community and Oak Hammock based organization, and it's a very low cost program. I think it's like $25 for the year. Don't quote me. I can get you the real information on that, but offers so many programs. Like we have a speaker coming in about the Russian-Ukraine problem next week. I mean, that we use speakers from the University of Florida and from Santa Fe. They come here, they do this for free. The classes cost, I think you can take every class they offer for $25 a semester, and they offer a lot. Many medical schools. We have a roundtable discussion group. We have a number of fascinating classes, and they're always different. And our residents and Gainesville community members are welcome to join.
So anyone, like I could attend one of these classes. That's what
it's for 55 and up, and you have to be for the ILR. So you don't quite qualify, but you could. I'd let you get in and sit down and think about it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I mean they are fascinating. Opera class.
Yeah, wow. And so are there, I guess then what would be the connection between UF and Oak Hammock outside of that part?
Oh, well, we have a number of agreements. We started, I'm sure you've heard the whole history of Lombardi and Gordon Stribe, who was one of his professors who really thought a community-based, just a second, I'm in a meeting, so, sorry. Who really thought a community-based continuing care retirement community would be affiliated with the university would be great. So the university is not, we are a freestanding organization. The university doesn't control us, but we do have a lot. We have pharmacy students. We have a lot of interaction with the students. What else do we do? I know the gardening people have come over here. We have bees that IFAS helped us set up. So, we are involved in a lot of different things back and forth with the university, and our residents are hugely involved with the arts, both at the Hippodrome and at the Center for Performing Arts. In fact, we just had a group that's performing tonight at the CPA do a balance workshop here with our residents. So we try to do both, because we do a lot of things for them, mostly monetarily. Our residents, we've brought people in to Gainesville and they enjoy the arts, especially, and they'll give a lot of money. We also have people here who give who enjoy sports. So we provide transportation to all the sporting events, absolutely. And we've had a number of people come over here and talk about it as well.
And what year did you say you started your current position?
I'll have to check.
Yeah.
I think it's 2012, maybe.
Okay.
14.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe around 10 years. How has Okamic changed from your point of view?
Well, I can talk from the very beginning, just the people that are here are different, but at the same time, they're still the same spirit. Um, lot of employee involvement, a super amount of employee involvement. Um, and it's like a family. Oak Hammock to me is a family. And as long as I'm putting the residents who live here first, I figure I'm doing a good thing. You know, people, CEOs come and go, but the residents and are the most important thing we have. They've put their trust in us, and I really, really, really take that seriously.
Mhm.
And plus, have fun. Like if it can't be fun, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, and so what are some of the things in your life that maybe brought you to Okamic? Did you know you always wanted to work with this type of population?
No, absolutely nothing. I took the job as a receptionist as a temporary thing, just to get insurance. I had just gone through a divorce. So, and I found out that once you quit looking at them through the prism of they're old people, then at least for me, I hadn't been around a lot of people that were older. Now I'm a person that is older, so it's all good. But it they're just people, and as long as you treat them the way they want to be treated, you're going to be great. And I always say the residents here, we are lightning in a bottle, and they are the most challenging group of people I've ever met. They're also the most rewarding group of people I've ever met. And I tell all the new employees, talk to them for 30 seconds. I mean, the people I have gotten to meet while I'm here have just blown me away. We had a woman who not only did her father win the Nobel Prize, she was the first woman that was the head of the National Physics Lab. I mean, we have the daughter of the first woman who graduated from the University of Florida. They're living here. We have, you get to talk to them, and it's a little piece of history. And I'm not a gator by any means, but it's pretty impressive. Just the breadth of experience, the depth of knowledge, all of it. It's really, really, it's a gift to be able to work here. That's probably why I'm still here after all this time. So,
And what is
the same job any day? I mean, it's just fun, and it's heartbreaking because you lose some people that are your family, and nobody's getting any younger. So,
and you obviously seem to enjoy your experience there a lot. What are some of your favorite experiences, maybe with the residents, maybe through your work?
Well, I did love it. I had my last child when I got remarried, and we had a baby, and he has 800 sets of grandparents. It seems like he's 15 now, but he was everybody's baby. I mean, you'd bring him in and he would be mobbed. So he was like a little celebrity. So that was pretty cool. How, again, it's just little pieces of family. We've had some super fun experiences here. There's been a lot of sadness. COVID has been really, really, really rough because people that move to a community like this want to be around people all the time, or they wouldn't live in a community like this. So the isolation, I think it's been harder here than in a lot of places. And I just started making goofy videos every day and putting them on our TV channel. And they got to know my dog, and they got to know my husband, just things like that. So COVID's been rough, but we've learned a lot from it, like I said. So.
Yeah, could you talk a little bit about how Okamic handled COVID and how that affected the activities that you do?
Well, we pretty much shut down for a long time, and we were very successful at keeping COVID at bay for the most part for the longest time. We went to a lot of virtual things. We utilized technology that we hadn't used before, a lot of Zoom meetings, a lot of check-in systems, a lot of I kind of figured they needed to see a friendly face every day. So I kind of did like I was saying, a stupid, goofy show every day. And, it just went from there. And the ILR was very impressive how they just pivoted right to Zoom. So we've never really lost touch with people. We've tried really hard to stay involved in their lives. So, it's just been some periods where tougher than others. And now it's kind of the new normal to have everything hybrid or Zoom or whatever. Sad. I think it's kind of sad.
Yeah. And so I'm assuming COVID then halted some of your trips to different places.
Yeah. We have just come back. We were just starting to really come back online, and then we just cut it all out again because of the uptick that we had recently. The crazy Omicron or whatever it was.
Yeah. And could you just go a little bit more in depth onto some of the activities you all have done as a community, just to show how it really is an independent living center?
Okay, just 1 second. Sorry. No. Oh, yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
So popular. No. Gosh, like I said, tubing down the Hitchinatuckney. We go on shopping trips a lot. We go to the Center for Performing Arts. We've also done a behind the scenes tours at all the university sports facilities. We've done behind the scenes tours at the Bell Tower. We've done behind the scenes at Santa Fe. What else have we done? Gosh, you put me on the spot. We had the theater driveway Shakespeare project right here. We've got an Irish band who usually plays downtown St. Augustine coming this weekend. We've got just anything they feel like doing, we do. So there's been a wide variety. We had somebody that was practicing for, what is that show? You Can Be a Star or whatever. They were practicing America's Got Talent. They were from here. They did their magic act here. And I mean, they're hanging from the rafters magic act as a rehearsal kind of thing. And that was cool. We do a lot with the College of Music. We do a lot with the School of Theater and Dance. We do a lot with local high schools. We just really try to be part of the community and let anybody who wants an audience, we're your audience for sure. You know?
Yeah. And so UF plays a big role in that part.
Yes. Mm-hmm. But so does Santa Fe, and so does, why can't I think? PK Young. And so does Gainesville High School. We've got a lot of different people that come here.
Okay.
And our residents are super involved on boards in the community, and they're really philanthropic, involved in the community as well.
Okay.
So I think it's a really good, a great collaboration. My word, I haven't had enough caffeine.
Yeah. And I don't want to take up too much of your time. I'm sure.
No, it's great.
Trying to stop by, but I think those are all the questions I had. If you wanted to add anything else, just thoughts.
No, I appreciate you guys doing this. And how are you going to compile all this?
Yeah. So we are an oral history program. I don't know if you're familiar with us at UF, but we have an online database with a lot of our transcripts and oral histories. Usually they're audio recordings, not video recordings, but we have adjusted to the times, and we have a YouTube channel where we put up a lot of these interviews too. You can actually go look now and you'll see probably a lot of your residents on our YouTube channel at the Samuel Proctor Oral History Program. And some of their videos are already up of talking with us.
Very cool.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording if there's not anything else you have to say.
No, I think we're good.